All right, here it is. The hopefully awaited 15-minute blitz for pull, focusing on the biceps, rear delts, and the back muscles. A little discretion, and this is not a joke. This is a brutal workout. 15 minutes, an hour, doesn't matter. This is an especially brutal workout. I can't tell you how often during this workout I just wanted it to be over, especially what I'm going to show you as a little treat at the end. I was dying inside and I was kicking myself thinking, why am I doing this? Screw this video. I don't want to do this. This hurts too much. This is brutal. So to get on with the video, you can see we're starting out with the classic rear rotators. This, as I've said many times in the past, is great for the rear delts, obviously, but it's also especially good for the smaller supporting muscles within the rotator cuff. It's really good for not only rehabilitation. If you have shoulder issues, you might find that this is like a miracle cure. Doing this regularly will magically make your shoulders feel better than they've felt in years or even decades, depending on how old you are. But it's also a great prehab tool. This is great for resetting things and putting things back into the proper balance. So as you can see, I've got mine set very low. This is not a movement where you sling around a lot of weight, use a lot of momentum. The idea is you don't want larger muscles trying to take over and compensate. You don't want your form to break down and it to turn into a different, yet similar movement. You want to keep the weight or the resistance light. Real strict movements. As you can see, I'm keeping my elbows tucked in as much as I can, and I am just rotating. It's almost as if my elbow is sitting on a little rotating tabletop, and my wrist is swinging from in to out. And it's a constant motion. I'm not letting it fall loose when I'm on the way down. I'm also not slinging it out fast to get momentum on the way out. It's a nice, steady tempo. Doing 20 reps each side to start, and with no rest. As soon as I finish my 20 reps for each arm, I immediately switch to 16 reps for each arm, and then I immediately switch to finally 12 reps. And I can tell you this was brutal. All right, now here, that 20 was so difficult actually that I thought I might need to grab the other handle to make it a bit lighter. But as soon as I did that first rep, I felt that actually, no, this makes it too light. It's too easy, and this needs to be challenging to be an effective workout. So I dropped the handle and went back to just doing straight weight. $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16. Thank God. You couldn't see my face, but that was a screamer. Like at 10 reps, I didn't know if I could finish. I thought 12 was brutal enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good tempo. 6. Keep it in control. 7, 8, 9. Look at my face. This is not easy. 10. I hate myself. 11. 12, I don't know how I'm going to finish. 13, but you have to finish. 14, 15, literally looking up for inspiration. And 16. And again, thank God that's over, but now immediately back to the other side for my final set of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, when I watch this back, I'm surprised I was able to maintain such a good tempo because, again, this is lighting my rear delts up so much. It's burning so bad. It's so effective that in my head, I felt like I was speeding up too much. I had to keep reminding myself to slow down and keep a good tempo because your body's going to play tricks on you. Your mind's going to play tricks on you. And although you think you're doing it correctly, if you're not keeping yourself in check and actively making sure you're doing the right thing, your body is just going to go for the path of least resistance and it's going to try to make it easier. So Keep yourself in check. Really make sure it's a good tempo, and really make sure you're keeping your elbows tucked and it's a good, solid movement. All right, now I'm raising up to level 4. And this next one is going to be like a constant back and forth, like almost like a little superset. I'm going to be doing high pulls with my elbows up high, actually a little higher than my wrists. At least that's what I'm thinking in my head. To keep your elbows up high, if you just think about pulling, your elbows will very slowly start to drop lower and lower and lower, so that instead of working those little muscles in your upper back, whether it's the rhomboids, the teres, things like that, it's very slowly going to try to bring in the larger, more powerful muscles and the mid and lower back and even the lats. So I have to constantly think about keeping my hands, my palms actually faced out away from me slightly, not over exaggerated, just a little bit. And I'm thinking about keeping my elbows actually pointed up higher than my wrist. Now, it might not always be exactly higher than your wrist, but if you're constantly thinking about keeping your elbows up nice and high, above your wrist, above your ears, then even if it drops a little bit, you're going to still be in a good targeted zone for the muscles you're trying to hit. Now, this first set, again, is 20 reps. And as soon as I'm done, putting my feet up, putting my elbows sitting on the inside of my knees, on the back of my arms on the inside of my knees, and I'm doing my preacher curls. And you'll notice I don't rest at the bottom, I don't rest at the top, and I actually don't even completely lock out at the bottom. I want to keep tension on the muscle. I don't want to just lock out and let it sit and stretch as I kind of rest. I want to keep tension on the muscle the entire time. And you can see this very first set of biceps, it's already killing me. I don't know how I finished. All right, now right back into those high pulls. 2, 3, elbows up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at my face. 11, this is hurting me. 12, I mean hurting me in a good way, obviously. 13. 14, 15, 16. Remember, you have to challenge your body to force it to adapt. If you say, oh, this is getting tough, I should stop, then your body wins. It succeeded in making you be a little lazier than you should have been, and it doesn't have to go through all that work and all that effort to burn fat and build muscle. It doesn't have to adapt because it was able to convince you to stop early. So you have to see it through. When you tell yourself you're going to do 20 or 16, do not stop until you finish. Look at my face as I'm doing these curls. Right from the very first few reps, I'm gritting and I'm grinding and I'm almost screaming at myself, and I'm bearing down. It's brutally painful. It burns so much, but in a good way, and it's accomplishing good things. And remember, I'm on level 4. You don't need to add a lot of weight. If you're using good, strict form and keeping tension on the muscles, and you're doing it back and forth like this will be challenging. So choose your weight correctly. If you get a little overzealous and go a little too high, then it's just going to be too much weight and you might not be able to finish. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on. 11. One more. 12. All right. Now I feel like I'm dying, and I can't believe I'm about to do what I'm about to do. This is a new technique I've never shown in my other videos because I didn't feel like it was fancy enough for a standalone video, but it's also involved enough that I can't just show it in passing without explaining a little bit. So basically, I'm setting up my pull-up bar, and this is going to be a back and forth again, but it's back and forth with a little extra. And I'm probably going to have to explain this as you're seeing me do it. So you set up your pull-up bar or your wing attachment, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to lift my total gym all the way to the top. I actually want this to be brutally challenging. You'll see why. This is the finisher. This is the grand finale. This is the thing that's going to leave you dead in your tracks. And this is the reason why I warned you at the beginning of this video, because this is unbelievably brutal. Now, overhand grip all the way out at the end of the wing attachment. I'm going to do 16 reps. 3, 4, nice tempo. 5, 6, 7, keep constant tension. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now once I hit 16, I'm not going to go down. I'm going to hold it at the top. And the trick is I'm going to hold it for 16 breaths. I'm breathing, and every time I exhale, I'm counting. When I have exhaled the 16th time, since there were 16 reps, that's when I come back down, but I have to come down slowly. And again, you can't see my face very well, but every second of this is brutal. Now, let my arms hang, and again, I'm going to take 16 breaths. So I did 16 reps, then I held it in a static hold at the top for 16 breaths, and then once I breathe 16 breaths worth of oxygen of a break time, I'm going to go into an underhand grip that's on the inside of the bar. So underhand grip, almost like a narrow grip chin-ups, right on that little inner V of your wing attachment, and I'm going to do 16 more reps. Again, good tempo, never quite locking out the bottom, 16 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and hold it, 16, hold. Now you can't see, to me it felt like I was wiggling all over the place, but my feet are jiggling a little bit. I keep feeling myself letting go, so I have to pull myself back up. This is a fight. It's an absolute fight. And this time I couldn't lay down. I had to get up, I gotta wipe my eyes, I gotta breathe some real fresh oxygen. I feel like I'm dying. I don't want to do the next set. Everything is telling me, hey man, this is good enough. Come on, just do it next time. But we have committed. We don't do it next time, we do it now, so that next time we're better. All right, now after 16 breaths, now I'm going to go into the same thing, overhand grip all the way out, but this time it's for 12 reps. 12 reps, a 12 breath static hold, and then a 12 breath break. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It hurts. 5, but keep going. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, come on, 12. And this is almost the worst part. It's something you're so just not used to doing, something your body does not want to do, but this is immensely helpful for sparking that new muscle growth. You have no idea. Now I'm just going to let my arms hang. I might shake them out a little bit, get some blood back in there, or get the blood circulating, sorry. And then underhand grip, 12 reps, 12 breaths worth of a static hold, and then that's it. We're going to be done. So this is your last one. Make it a good one. End it on a good note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't lock out. 6, 7, 8. Good tempo. 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh yeah, it's taking everything I have to stay up there. I almost cheated and hooked my chin over the wing bar so I could use my neck muscle to hold me up. It's so brutal, you have no idea. I hope you try this. And even though there's nothing coming up after this, I just had to lay there for a minute. I checked my watch, let everything stretch out, let my shoulders roll forward, and just breathe, because I am absolutely dead after that. All right. Now I have to try to remember who I am, where I'm at, fiddle around and remember how these pins work, because that's it. And I'm done. Not enough blood left in my brain. All right. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.